Thank you, folks, for the wonderful introduction. As usual, it is quite possible. You're right about that one, Twitch, as we are going to be looking at Nekslag and Impossible battle off again on Mirage. Impossible leading the charge on this T side. They got themselves Glocks in hand, a lot of Kevlar, and some utility on towards Plaz. Double flash and a Molotov.
Yeah, it's going to be execution in towards the site here, the B site in particular. Good flashbang will blind off some vision from Fed Touche, and it will be Stevie that takes first face. However, Cracker gets himself one. There comes the face back to a 4-on-4. Good shots on the drive-by from Kanza, looking for his second. Will find Cracker Akimov trying back into a 2-on-3 situation. It favors the CT side. However, Impossible, well, this round is looking more and more impossible until Akimov takes it back to a 2-on-2 situation. Bomb's not been planted out towards the truck area. It has been dropped, and Lumi's going to come through, taking down one. Akimov in a 1 versus 1 up against Kanza, 33 HP. Kanza with the advantage, looking for his triple kill headshot. And there it comes through. Nekslag take themselves the pistol.
What a solid start as well. Really, the best thing for them to be able to do right now is to get a decimating opening set of rounds. Think of the confidence of Impossible. You've just kind of sat there, you've just been able to really build up to things, and the Nekslag appear again, and here they are. UMPs, rifles. Feeling good about this one. Impossible, of course, going to try and back with these pistols. On a map like Mirage, mid-control, probably one of the perfect places to go with these pistols, really. You can be so abusive in terms of these quick takes. But getting picks is always a bit of a tough one. Krekker will get the headshot on towards Friendishay, but Lumi with the Famous does secure the trade. The UMP of Method adds a little bit of insult to injury. It takes down Zavat. And things get better and better. The Petit side try and pincer him through Connector, but they are being locked down by an onslaught of weaponry.
3-on-4 situation. Nekslag, massive advantage, of course, with the buy-up in that round, so makes sense for them to be able to run over the Impossible lineup. Impossible, of course, with the force buy. There is no bomb plant on their side. Looking for one in this run, but it's not going to happen as Nefed drops down Joven, spotting out a single pixel that gives away his position, and that's going to be a 2-on-4 situation. Low amounts of HP for the rest of the T's. Cracker's going to go down, and Method will look for his 3k in the round. Lots of money for him recovered. A great start from Nekslag so far. Take them to the second conversion. Impossible going to be shut out so far in this one. Should it be an eco coming on here?
They're building it together now, chaining all of these rounds up is still by far the most solid way to approach things. It's Impossible, of course, as you say, are going to be sat back into the land of the eco save. There really isn't anything they expect to be able to achieve. Just some Glocks. Do have the smoke and 2 flashes, which basically tells us that they're going to be going for that bomb spot smoke out on towards this A site. Pretty much look at charging all their players out in an aid of distraction, just to try and kind of dive the bomb carrier into that smoke and force the plant. If they get away with that, that's huge for their economy. If they don't, it's nothing really too crazy lost. Literally just the cost of a bit of utility.
Yeah, we'll see how much they can find in this round there. Smoke goes out, there's block off the cross. Lumi comes on through, taking down one Method, taking down Svat. And there it is, just easy clean up for the CT side. Joven just last man alive, getting tapped away with the USP. 3-0, easy round for Nekslag, but, well, this is going to be the important round here. The rifle round, the first rifle round of the half of the match so far. AWP out for Blazino. Kaz is also going to get one out for his side as well, which makes a whole lot of sense. He's the AWPer for Nekslag, and Nekslag, we're going to try to see if they can bring the fight. They are going to go with 2 UMPs and a FAMAS though, so not a heavy amount of investment. Just looking to get as much what's the word, value out of these guns as much as they can. Meanwhile, Impossible going to see if they can take more of a firepower route. 3 AKs. Of course, they got the money to buy it, so they might as well go for it. And UMP as well on Svat will be what they use. Other than that, for the Impossible side, Krekker and Akimov come through with 2 kills. Svat comes through and takes down Stevie as well, aggressive that towards the short area, and it will be the aggression that wins them a 5-on-2 situation. Friend Touche and Lumi, last 2 alive for the CT side.
Did you see the pick that Krekker got?
I didn't catch it, no.
He sprayed through a smoking connector and got a headshot with like one of the random bullets at the end of the spray. What a way to enter into a round, honestly. Really praying that luck is on his side. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's luck or just innate skill in prediction of a spray. But something tells me there was something playing into that. A bit of an external force. As the shot lands, and one way to go about it, I'll give you that. I'm just sat there in shock, just like, oh, okay, that's just landed. Okay. Fair play to him. 3-1, Impossible. I have a feeling that round started in a way that was not very repeatable, to say the least. So I kind of want to see what they can do in the secondary round now that they've got themselves a win in their back pocket. not quite going for the quick all-in towards mid. Instead, they're defaulting out, spending a player over towards apps, one towards the palace side of A as well, just to make sure that no push does come in. Very going to be multi-talented, of course, to deal with ramp 2. Meanwhile, a little bit of presence in towards connector, but that felt a bit willy-nilly. We do expect to see a trade come in, but Friend to Shay pushes on short. That's just does more damage as the second slow on by.
A 3 versus 5 situation, not much they can do from this position, impossible. Gonna have to be falling out of the middle control, particularly Krecker, who was in underpass. His 2 teammates in connector gone down, so he's gonna rotate back to hold the bomb out towards top mid with Pazino. Akimov, meanwhile, in the apartments area, trying to get whatever rotation he can lurk, potentially set something up in towards this A site. But a minute to go, Nekslag on the front foot here, impossible on the back. 3 versus 5, 2-man advantage for this CT side. And Methods knows that there's going to be presence towards mid. He just knows that, well, Impossible aren't going to be too likely to give that one up so easily. So he's holding out, looking for the occasional peeks here. Akimov, meanwhile, will go entering on towards the A site and just doesn't look the right angle. So he gets shut down by Lumi immediately. A 2-on-5 will ensue. Zeno and Krecker, last 2 alive. Methods going to get a little bit of shots heading towards his direction, though he knows that there's 2 out towards short. Takes his first peek, takes himself a second kill. Zeno chimes in with the AWP, but 28 HP, 25 seconds on the clock. Not much he can do from his position. He's just going to fall out and try seeing if he can either save or get a sneaky bomb plant on the A site.
I feel like he's surely kind of dead here, though. Just looking at all of these positions being held / pushed right now, even with him holding the angle of his own. Sure, you get a pick, but then you get cautious about what's pushing him from behind, and rightly so. You've got 3 players, every single angle. You've got nowhere to hide. Fires or just another shot. The more he does, the more he gets distracted from the push coming from behind. Kadzor and Co will just overwhelm him as they take away the ADP right out of his arms, pluck it away, in fact. Nekslag, 4-1, impossible. That was not a very good round for them at all, to be blunt about it. They just went for a random push in mid after being a default, with no real purpose. They didn't really feel like they had an idea. They just thought, you know what, let's just run down mid and go in towards connector. But why run down mid and go in towards connector? What is your game plan? What do you expect to do after you get those picks or after you die? What do you want your teammates to do there? You pretty much hang them out to dry before you even start the strategy.
Yeah, not to be for the likes of Impossible now. And like, and you know that that AWP going down towards the end of the round after Pazino end up like trying to save. Not going to help out his economy at all. He's going to be stuck from virtually nothing. We'll buy into this round anyway, but Svat's going to take first peek on towards Stevie. Meanwhile, as the T side have a lot of presence in apartments this time, they're going to go for that B push that almost worked out for them in a pistol round. Also with one lurker out towards middle, just stopping the rotations. Bomb's not going to go down, however, as it will be Friend Touche taking down Krecker. Svat's also going to go falling as well. Out to a 3-on-3, a 3-on-2 as Joven takes down Lumi out towards connector. Friend Touche still be watching out from short, takes down Joven, gets himself a 2k, a 3k, looking for his 4th as well. It's going to be all Akimov now. 1 versus 2 situation to bring his team a nice round here. Sprays onto the first 8 HP though, looking for his second, and Kadzor has got an AWP and a 5-7 in his hands. Either weapon will be good enough for this situation to go aggressive or hold face and wait for Akimov to go peeking. 40 seconds on the clock. He's got himself the 5-7. He knows that he can peek out and take one single shot to shut him down. 5 rounds on the board for Nekslag.
Very well played from them, really. They just seem to be playing a very solid, thought-out CT side, getting the picks, peeking together. And I think that's going to be the big test for the Nekslag right now. If they can keep that up, then we can expect a very decisive half from them. And one of the reasons I say that is that every single round that Impossible brought to the table, look at the way it's been played out. Look at how that slots into a CT side who are a mix. It actually favours them. Because what it allows Nekslag to do is go for a bit of aggression of their own, make it sure it's calculated, but also just as long as they're covering each other's backs, as long as they've just got a sense of basic team, then they're pretty much okay. They pretty much win rounds. That's kind of all we've seen. We've not really seen anything special with crazy aim play. It's just been, alright, you're playing relatively smart, well done. Krecker and Plaz will get themselves up 2 picks to at least try and chime into the round. They get a bomb plant too, but this retake is going to come in thick and fast. It's really easy for Nekslag to find.
And then with 2 SMG kills as well. Getting about $1,200, so instant easy money. The Molotov will keep them at bay for an extra second or 2, but this isn't something that should be sweating too much. They got themselves the diffuser kit on Kadzor, so just wait for the flames to burn and get yourself the defuse in. So Nekslag 6-1 against the Impossible, taking themselves a lead. 3 rounds of lost bonus for the Impossible side will net themselves a buy up here. AWP from Joven will get dropped, should be dropped to Pazino. Yeah, he's going to get that one out as well. AK's in the hands of the rest of the T players, and Joven Is he going to get dropped a weapon? Yeah, he will get dropped an AK by the end of that buy-up. So 6-1. So far, Impossible haven't been that great on their T side. Maybe their CT might be better, but right now they need to get a few more rounds on the board if they want to stand a chance in taking this map against Nekslag in a 2-0 fashion. Now moving in towards the site here, Methods will be the first man in. Take down Joven's Fat's going to come through and take him right back into a 4-on-4 situation. Krekker also playing in the apartments area, waiting for any sort of over-rotation from Nekslag. Meanwhile, actually, Nekslag are going to try pop Friend Touche in towards this offensive line. Actually might take down Svat if he's not careful with this particular push. He's got so aggressive. This one could be a kill. He spots out Svat. He's not looking the right way and takes him down a 4-on-3 and Zoot. Nekslag have themselves a very nice advantage here.
Also, the way he's holding that makes it so obvious to what is going on. Now the flash as well come in. Friend Touche knows exactly what's up. Should just be able to whip out that rifle here, hold on towards this angle. Doesn't really need to face it, but just wait for the headshots to really come piping on through as Nekslag at 6-1, wanting their 7th and looking like it's pretty much right there in their hands to take. Sure, it's a 3v4, anything can change. Especially when Friend Touche gets nothing done on this reverse push, but look at the time that they've wasted. 40 seconds left, Impossible now have to regroup, walk back over on towards this B site, or go for a quick rotate up on towards A, and Nekslag still hold a lot of the information on where they're going and what they're doing.
So far, 3-on-3, 25 seconds for this T-set to make a push, and they're going to go in towards B site because so far it's been the most successful strategy. They're just got to try and break Nekslag, and so far it's just not going to happen. Kadza and Stevie shut the whole thing down. 2 kills for Stevie in that exchange, 2 kills overall in the round, and 5 HP. We'll move on to round number 9. 7-1, favor of Nekslag so far. Impossible very behind in terms of the rounds here, and it will be, well, one away from taking themselves a CT half by ease. A pause coming through, tactical pause for Impossible. This makes sense, of course, when you're down by 6 rounds and you've got yourself 1 on the board. That's not a very good sign for you. You really need to rethink something about your tactics. You need to think something about, you know, what you're doing in this half here to really, or what's going on with you to really sort of like lose this many rounds against your opponent. So Impossible now need to think about getting a few more on the board. They need to think about how they're going to do it. They need to think about their buy strategy as well, because the economy is not looking too sweet to their side. Someone's going to have to go UMP. Someone's going to have to go for the utility-based buy and have to sacrifice these rifles for it. No AWP out either for their side. So Impossible, you know, there's a lot to think about in these 30 seconds, and they really need to think about it hard.
I think for me, the biggest thing that comes up is that there isn't no giant red X in mid saying, dig in mid or come find mid to get the little bit of gold they could find, whatever it may be. And the whole reason for that, and the whole reason for that analogy in itself, right, is that all we've seen from Impossible is mid and mid and mid and mid and some more mid. But why? There's nothing you can gain in attacking mid right now. You're losing every single time. You're putting yourself at huge disadvantages by going for these all-ins. We've seen some very odd pushes coming towards the sites as well where they've tried, but a lot of the time they've been off the back of failed mid takes. Give us something sensible. Default out and then transition into a late round take on towards this A site. Get the smoke on towards jungle, connector. Get a smoke in towards CT, even on bomb spot if you want, just to cut off the cross. Completely wall out that A site. It's not a foreign concept to you. You've done a better job with these pistols than you have with your rifles.
Let's see if they can make it turn all the way. Akimov heading back up towards top mid to find whatever he can. We'll split our Friend Touche, but actually, we'll find the kill there. I was going to say he might not find the kill, but he did. So, mid control back in the favour of Impossible. M4 in their hands. Svat was A site, so, you know, the CT is actually not actually expecting their current positioning here, so I'll take the man advantage back. So, Svat gets that one. Going to peek out for a second onto Lumi, excuse me. We spot out the kill. Yes, he actually spots out the headshot. 2K for him. So far, the tech line's working very, very well. Nekslag have themselves a bit of an advantage here. A 2-man advantage in particular. No weapon advantage. They do have themselves an M4 to be working with, but Stevie's going to try to see if he can take that out of his hands. All 3 players are trying to stack up and see if they can take him out. We'll spot out the 1 CT player. There's 1 also on the B side itself. He's going to call it out. There's 4 angry Impossible players moving on towards the connector area. Kads is going to come around 25 seconds, backing up from CT. One's going to go down, planted for the danger box. And it will be 40 seconds on the clock for Nekslag to get themselves in towards a retake here. Stevie's still challenging over, trying to hold him off. Stevie will get that kill. Akimov's in such a good position, however. This one should just be a shutdown headshot coming on through onto Stevie. Yes, nicely done. Kadza, last man alive, 1 versus 3 situation. Peeking with the AWP, looks for the second shot, but Svat shuts him down with a drive-by. 7-2, Nekslag claim themselves around after the eco.
Impossible just did a better job with their pistols than they did pretty much the entire time with their rifles. That means that my concern is pretty clear-cut going to this 10th. They've got to be able to hold on to it. You've got an AWP, you've got 4 rifles. Please show us something good. Let's see what they've got to play for themselves. Already sending 4 players up towards the A site. This is already 10 times better. They have a player holding on towards mid just to stop that quick aggressive push that Nekslag like to employ. I actually like this. I think this is quite good from them. Now they just got to make sure that Lumi doesn't get free reign just to tap through this smoke. Whether that's just making sure they don't face into it or going for this quick push, either really works. That pop flash from Lumi though is so strong, completely blinds away every player on ramp. Plaz does get the quick flick with the AWP to bring it right back into play, but getting through with the skin of their teeth, it does mean Impossible will have one key lead. Not quite in HP, but in manpower.
A 2-on-4 will ensue. Impossible. This is a manpower advantage for them. Fake tats the bomb. Akimov trying to prompt out some CTs to peek through that smoke, but well, it looks like Stevie doesn't really want to go for it. Nekslag in a 2-on-4 situation. Actually, a decent amount of potential when you take a look at the health of the Impossible side. 9 HP on Jovan and Blazino. Svat's also got himself 37, so a decent spray from this AK or even this UMP would net them a good few kills and, well, very easy shut down the T side. But I don't think they have that information. I don't think they want to opt for that particular play since there's a lot of risk riding on this next round. Nekslag are going to be, well, down 2 rounds in a row, which means they're only going to have a 2-round loss bonus. And with that current state of the economy, I don't think they really want to take that risk. I don't think they really want to throw away rifles when they could potentially get themselves out, you know, a bit of a force bite in the next one, backing up with the AK and the UMP for their side. So 7-3. Nekslag will opt for the save. Impossible will take themselves a 3rd round. Finally back on the board here. 2 rounds in a row so far. Well, the Nekslag economy doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to get anything out for their side, but hopefully the AK and the UMP will be a bit more of a power player versus what they would have had in this round, which would have been absolutely nothing for the CT side.
Let's see if they can really bring these together, though. I think that's the biggest point right now is Impossible. They're not out of this game by a long shot. It's only 7-3. They can easily bring this one back from 7-3 to 7-5, and from there 7-7. But it means they've really just got to be smart. Mid now is a good time to play with it. You know your teammates and your opposition both have very different footings. Your teammates, a clear-cut firepower advantage over your opposition. However, you just give a UMP a double kill. And the bomb. That is Impossible. What do you do here right now? Now you have to retake Connector. You've been put back in a box. Akimov, a headshot on towards Katsor. Brings something into the round. But their CT side are just completely well and truly intertwined with this bomb now. There is so much that this T side have to do.
And like you say, you know, you didn't really need to give them that much to work with the Nekslag side. 2 kills for Stevie. 4-on-3 situation as Akimov does turn back onto 1. Bomb control, however, is in CT favor, so the challenge is to come in from Impossible, and they need to win out every single fight here. Molotov will keep CT players at bay. That Method's going to spot out the angle which it came in from, so he knows that Cracker is there to try and push things out. Method will take down 1. Platino goes forward, Cracker now, and Akimov 2 versus 3 situation. They do take down Friend Touche. Stevie's holding close range angles. Lumi gets 1. There's Cracker getting 1 back, but there's Stevie with the trader. 3K for the man. Doing good work on his side for his team. 8-3. Nekslag claim themselves their CT half advantage. Impossible, you know. A round they didn't need to lose. Still lost it anyway, and now they'll be force buying into this next round. AWPs and AKs. Meanwhile, Nekslag also going in with the AWP 2 and force 2 AKs for their side. Full sets on everybody for the most part, except for Cracker, who's not going to be that better off. AWP straight towards middle. Kadzor will he spot out the one cross right there with his smoke, just about in between 2 players, misses the flick. So it's just going to be down to Impossible getting themselves mid control. But like you said, you know, what do they do after this? They haven't really figured that much out, so this might cost them a bit of a round here. 8-3, still the favour of Nekslag. Can Impossible bring this one back here?
It's a hard one, right? I mean, I can't remember which game it was, but I remember watching a team, and all they did was try and get mid-control over and over again on their T-side, and they lost pretty terribly. I think it was 16-5 in the end. And what it came down to at the end of the match, when you kind of discussed things from an analyst's perspective, was you're getting mid-control, but you can't do anything with it. You just don't know what to do with it. And that's kind of the case here, I think, for Impossible, because they get right down to the bottom of mid. They pretty much stand just a tip's distance away from window. They completely zone out the CT side, who refuse to face it up until late round, like we just see there from Friend Touche. But then Impossible don't know how to transition out of that mid-control into something successful. Instead, it always falls apart. Without fail, it falls apart.
Not a good set of rounds for Impossible whatsoever. 5-on-3, Akimov will peek out. Please look to your left. Look to your left, Akimov. No. Methods. Just shuts him down. Plazino now. And Svat in a 2-on-5 situation. They take down the first. But Stevie there to spot out the spray and take them, connect it onto 2. 3 kills for him in the round again. Top fragging in the server. 12 kills on Stevie himself. Top of the board for his team, doing a lot of impact frags and a lot of just general frags against the Impossible lineup. They've been doing very well so far. Double up setup now in play. They recover that one off of Plazino in the last round. So now it'll be 9-3 favour of Nekslag so far. Impossible. A very difficult round for them. P250s, Deagles. Just Grocks and a couple bits of utility here and there. Svat gonna take that Deagle straight out towards apartments, looking for that one Deagle towards Stevie, but he's only gonna land the tags and not much more than that. He'll get the Molotov out just to keep them at bay for a little second. Svat's still gonna go challenging, and Stevie be able to take him down. This one should just be an easy round, however, for the rest of the CTs. Just rifles versus pistols. Rifles should win every single time. One pick already in favour of Impossible. Good grenade, may tag up Joven. Or not as much as I actually would have thought it would have done, but either way, still will be damage done. And Lumi now just going to spray his way on through towards 2. Connects it onto the 3rd. Nicely done from him. And a 1 versus 5 now for Cracker to win. It's just not going to happen. Kadza as the AWP drive by and takes it to double digits for Nekslag.
Carrying on forward now as they continue to try and brutalise the scoreline in this match. Revenge for that first. Take us to a 3rd as well, bear in mind. That'd be quite a storyline, wouldn't it? It's Impossible. We'll go into this with an ADP M5 rifles. If they can get to 10-5, they still have a shot at making this half valuable. 5 rounds on T-side, that's not great. Not great at all. But it's something you can work with. They're going to go out ramp here, sending 4 plays yet again with 1 towards the tip of mid. Last time we saw this, it was just a quick 3K for the CT side. Lumi, what are you doing? How did you get that double kill? How did you get that triple kill? It's another quick 3K.
I think he just toggled, mate. I'm not going to lie. 4-on-2.
He just double tapped into it. What do you say then? He just double tapped into smoke out of the blue and got 2 headshots back to back.
I think we better call in Volvo because not sure this is legit.
That's some crisp clean lock right there. That's what that is. Dan M would be proud. Wrote to Global Voice. Didn't know he was recording YouTube in this video. Oh.
3-on-2 situation favors the CT side. Oh man, Lumi, what are you doing to us? What are you doing? Either way, he's gone down. He's been traded eventually. Now, Cracker and Sviat, last 2 alive for the Impossible side. And you can just see the fluster of their entire side at this point.
I'm flustered.
How do you respond to this? How do you respond to this kind of thing as a T side? They're going to get that first pick. Kansas watching the AWP cross. Svat will try and push him out with the Molotov. He will be successful in doing so. He has himself constant, well, control of the A site, taking down Stevie, but walk straight on towards Sniper Nest, and we'll try and get himself out towards B site. That's exactly what he's going to be doing, heading towards short. 5 HP for him for the 4K clutch. Kadzor needs 1 shot. Once again, this AWP 5-7 setup that works out so well for low HP players. Svat needs to land a headshot, needs to land these shots, needs to land something, needs to find himself the 1 tap. Or else Kanzel's going to close this one out and bring 11 rounds to the next stake side. And Impossible, well, they need to find something in this one. We'll be peeking on. Footsteps made. He touches him. Svat does not see. They've gone completely around each other, for Christ's sake. He sprays away anyway. He finds himself the 4K just in time to save it. Nekslag are denied an 11th, and Impossible will take their 4th.
Imagine Nekslag's comms right now. Just imagine that for a second. Whoa. I don't even know. I'm done. 10-4. Impossible gonna look for their 5th round. The smoke goes down in towards the ramp. And Impossible clustered up as a core group right now, sending 3 over towards B, 2 down towards mid. Clearly looking for a B short take. I think that's fairly obvious at this point. But Nekslag, you can see how confident they are towards holding mid in this round. 3 players, in fact, playing the pincer strategy of window and short combined with some emphasis on towards connector. Means that Nekslag really don't want any presence in mid at all up until they choose. Certainly going to be something to follow as the push begins to set itself up. The dive out towards B apartment's going to be a hot point of action right now as Stevie already finds the first, make that a second as he flicks down towards Jovan. This push looking like it has been foiled as Stevie gets a quick down and dirty triple kill.
Well, Cracker coming from the back, taking down friend Touche. Still man advantage for Nekslag. However, Zakimov has gone down, and there it is now. Two-man advantage. Impossible. Well, they got themselves a 4th round, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get themselves a 5th now. Plazino, last man alive, AWP in his hand, peeking on through, looking for whatever info he can, looking for whatever shots he can land, and so far, Nekslag are just not going to bite. They're not going to try and take those challenges. 45 seconds on the clock now for Plazino. Last man alive will spot out the first, but Methods will be quick to the shots and taking him out of the action. 11-4. Nekslag, we'll find that 11th round eventually, but impossible, you know. Trying some potential here and there. I think it's going to come down to the CT side. See if theirs is stronger than Nekslag's. Because, well, it looks like it was pretty much a whitewash from the start.
I think we got to see what this pistol round does, really. I think that's really where we can start to draw swords. If we see Impossible get it and get 3 successfully off the back of it, I think there's still some fight left in them. And I hate doing that whole, oh, it's all on the pistol thing, but the scoreline right now, I think, just favors momentum. Nekslag hold all the tempo of this game. You've got players like Stevie really hitting their shots. I think he only got a double in that last round, but a triple was basically stolen right out of his arms. So all these guys are hitting their shots, getting these frags over and over again. It would just be so difficult now for Impossible to break the momentum. The best way to do it is to get that pistol where you are 100% on an even standpoint. Push comes out as well. The Tech-9's railing down in towards these smokes. They got onto the site perfectly, this T-side did. 5v5. But sieve that through a smoke, because why not?
Yeah, pick goes to the favour of Impossible. They are still going to get the bomb down for the Nekslag side, so Lumi's down. 5-on-4. Impossible now will try and set up the retake here. It will be, well, Method's taking that first one to Plazino, so back once again with the trades. Cracker comes through. The 3-on-4 will ensue. Still got the bomb ticking away. They're kind of running out of time. They have got a defuse kit. But even so, Nekslag are not going down without a fight. Akimov and Poo come through with a P2K, taking down Kads. A second shot comes in onto friend Touche. Stevie, last man alive. He's playing such close range. What is with his close range plays? It doesn't matter because the CTs will still take the kill right there. And the knife comes out from Cracker just to net himself that extra $1,500. Stevie will get 1 kill, but it's inconsequential as Impossible get themselves a very nice pistol round.
Yeah, so this is where they really have to make sure they connect the second follow-up and just really create a string out of this. They've got 1 chance, and I can never stress this enough, 1 chance right now to break the momentum of Nekslag. If they allow Nekslag to get back that tempo, I think we can both agree on this, that it's pretty much a done deal. We go over to our third, but if Impossible can get this second, get the third, really just get this bowling ball rolling down mid and make it happen, then I'm confident in Impossible at least bring it to a little bit more of a multiple scoreline. Maybe not quite 11-11, but maybe 11-7. I'll take that.
More than likely with the current situation of things, but Nekslag with their rifle buy in the next round will be a bit of a kink in that armor. Of course, getting that bomb plant in the pistol will enable you that economical advantage. So just P250s, Deagles, standardized upgraded pistols for Nekslag, but no utility, no Kevlar, no helmets, no armor of any kind for the T side. We'll just try and, well, look for whatever they can against the Impossible. Try and see if they can take them out and drop a few rifles. Just try and do some damage towards this CT side, because well, right now that would be great for them. Now just be extra advantage going into the actual rifle buyout, but so far not going to be the case. 1 pick comes in for Cracker. And the overall get himself a 2K to bring in the extra money. Svat's going to get himself $600 as well. Oh, sorry, $600 for that 1 kill. So, 11-6, Impossible. Bring themselves within a 5-round deficit, and Nekslag should be up for a buy in this next round. A little bit awkward, actually. Not 100% great on the economy, but it will still be AKs coming out with a limited amount of utility here. Galil for Method, so we can still have that double flash smoke. And a second smoke on Stevie. Execution potential for the B site might be on the cards for the Nekslag side, but nothing too special should be coming out here, as 1 smoke is already used. Already Stevie is going to be the last bit of vision utility for this T side.
I think you can be proud right now to be an Impossible fan, though, just the way they've been able to deal with these rounds, keeping it completely clean. Not a single player lost. If they can do some damage in this round too, then we really are beginning to meet that point that we discussed so evidently the last 2 rounds in that pistol. Just discussing the idea that the comeback was possible. There's Nekslag in this round to try and deny that. Push down towards mid, get themselves control of window pretty much, and ladder room if they so choose. Very much trying to play almost a sneaky beaky style of CS. Impossible just holding on their sights, playing the hard anchor style. Push comes out towards ramp, he plays peekaboo with a UMP. Neither of which will win that fight today. And Molotov goes down, forcing him away. And then he pushes. There was no need for the push there. Friend to Shay, given a frag. A nice trade from the Famison connector, though. Brings it back to a 4v4. But a 4v4 favors the T side. Plaz needs more. And he does just that. Gets a thrag on towards Method, but a trade again. Kadzor with the AK-47. 3 for 3. Refusing to bat down.
There's still the health advantage for the Impossible side, though. 3 AKs versus an M4, 2 UMPs, but Impossible can win out the duel fights on Friend to Shay and Kadzor. Pushing in towards Connector, 25 seconds on the clock. One player also in towards Tetris, out towards Sandwich. Lunium and Code now just moving and get themselves some sort of presence. But Krekker, look at his position here, and Palace. He can very easily shut down his bomb plant if he does hear the bomb plant coming on through. He doesn't. So just get planted right there, and Kadzor peeks out. Perfect angle, perfect timing as well to take down Krekker. Lunium with a good flashbang will try to keep Svat at bay, but it's not going to happen. A 2-on-2 will ensue. Friend to Shay just trying to look out for whatever he can now. Akimov and Svat with a bit of a retake. No kit on their side, so they've got to move quickly. They've got to find themselves the kills. And right now they've got one out towards Firebucks, so they've got to be dealing with. Akimov takes that one kill, one out towards Connector. Kadzor just trying to hold things off for a quick second. It's planted, not for him, but he'll still take the kill on Svat. And, well, Akimov doesn't really have a whole lot of time, and indeed he will take that last kill, but no defuse kit. He will try and stick. No, I don't even know what he was trying to do there. It was not going to happen. His time was well ticked past, and it will be a 12th round on the board for Nekslag.
Dies as well to the bomb, which means 0 players on the server will carry anything through to this 19th round. It's a fresh slate, wiped clean. Who has the economy to stomach that? You can certainly see charms of things being brought up for Impossible right now, but it's going to be a rough one now, because sure, they might have been able to get up some rifles, but utility is a very, very an odd place for them. They've got some smokes, basically 0 flashes, just 3 on Jovan and Akimov. That means that Nekslag, if they realize this and have the brains to basically work out where Impossible stand money-wise, they should be able to take this round just on smarts alone, providing they don't take aim battles, providing they play on a much more tactical-based execute node, because they have no flashes to go for retakes, they have no utility to set themselves up against any pushes.
4 players for Impossible will be on the A site to defend this one. One out towards Sniper, and can quickly rotate. And there's Krekker getting our first pick again, or second pick, sorry, onto Friend to Shay. So Nekslag actually getting shut down pretty quickly by the CT side here. Impossible doing some good work to keep themselves in contention for, well, what could end up being a decent 2-0 here in this best of 3. A minute to go. Nekslag will set themselves up towards the A ramp area, moving their way in towards the execution potential. 2 smokes will block off, most likely Connector and CT. We'll see exactly where they do go as they're entering on towards site. Yeah, CT jungle smoke. And the Connector smoke as well will keep things at bay for this CT side. Krekker comes in with the first. Stevie gets one trade. There's Jovan dropping the bomb as well. So a 1 versus 4 for Kadzor to win. Will take the first. Looking for his second with the AWP. At the USP, he knows that Kadzor's tagged up so hard, so he just needs to peek out and take a simple headshot with that pistol. 12-7. Impossible win themselves back on the round. And Nekslag, their economy is most definitely broken after that reset.
I think next, like, this is where they try and kind of hold the momentum potentially of Impossible. Just take a second to have a breather almost, as Impossible really are going to be there stuck chaining things together. And Nekslag kind of stuck up against a bit of a brick wall in that regard. So I think we could expect a pause fairly soon. For now, just some pistols though. Plaz, well, taking advantage of that with the AWP, gets an early pick on towards mid. Rest of it, a quick aggressive push out on towards B. Amps. Pistols leading the way, of course. That's Sabat. Well, he is just loving life with this rifle. The bomb going to be completely denied. A Tech 9 will at least find just a 1. But Stevie, any second now, he's going to get backstabbed. Surely not. Okay. Somehow they get him a plant. Even when true players on short, he gets a plant. Jovan, though, does come in. We are going to see that defuse. But that's actually a pretty big boon to the Nekslag economy.
Yeah, I think the most they were looking for in that round was probably going to be a bomb plant to get themselves out. Extra money alongside the 2 round loss bonus. There was a bit of investment coming in for Nekslag, so probably would have been a bit better for them to take that round overall, but it's not going to happen. 12-8. Quick pause coming on through here. I think this is a tactical pause for the Nekslag side, and well, once again, we're back to the situation of yes, it makes sense to take a pause at this point because, well, Nekslag, they've given themselves up. They've given up quite a lot of rounds to the impossible side. They've given up about 4 rounds this half, which puts them back in contention to even things up. They're about 4 rounds away from evening things up with the T side. So Nekslag need to stop. They need to think, what's going on? What are we doing wrong? Why are we letting Impossible get away with so many quick frags and quick kills? And yeah, what's going on with our T side? Because we're really losing out to the Impossible lineup after such a strong CT half as well. Like, what are we doing wrong? What can we change? And especially with this next round, what's our buy strategy going to be? Because we haven't got any money even after the bomb plant. So lots of different things for them to think about here in such a short space of time. We don't know what they've been saying, but either way, it will be the 21st round coming into play here. Nekslag, Deagle's out. Going to see if they can take a couple of 1-Deags against the Impossible side, but most likely not going to be a round win unless they go for another rush and try to get themselves a bomb plant at best.
What it means, though, is Impossible closing this gap. 12-8. I'm going to look to really now push toward the 12-10. It's going to mean that obstacle of facing that buy, but at least in this round, they're just facing the lesser version of that. The Deagles, the P250s, the attempt at playing together in a group-up bomb plant. But all it really is, it's just a lot of tag damage. Kadzor, 26 HP. The SMGs and all that will pretty much bunch up now towards these sites, fall back into the role of just plenty an anchor. Some nades will go out, but yeah, Impossible. If they just start designating the role of anchor to a variety of players instead of just usually just the one, it means that when this push comes in, they can just hold on to their sites. It's very unlikely that Nekslag should even be allowed a bomb plant in this round now. Especially if they go for a split through connector, bear in mind. They have to kind of go short here. That's their best case scenario in terms of odds. Player holding jungle, that's always going to be incredibly difficult to get past when you're on eco like this.
A minute to go. Nekslag will get themselves mid-control. Trying to work off of an A site here. And well, I don't think Xenon realizes it's coming in here. 2 players to be dealing with. Good flick on towards the head of Kadzor. And I can also spot the 2 players heading up towards short. 2 kills for him. Easily done for his side. Leaves Gleaming last man alive. Cracker just takes him down. 5 players stay alive for the Impossible lineup. 12-9. Easy stuff. But this is next round where it becomes very, very crucial for Nekslag because, well, it's going to be a buy-up that decides we're going to start pulling away from the Impossible side, or we're going to let them even things up against us. Because once again, take a look at the loss bonus. 3 rounds on the board so far. This next one will be a 4th. And that 4th round loss bonus is not going to be enough for them to buy up when they've got nothing left in the bank. $2,900 is not a lot of money. So they will be relying basically on their aim duels and potential executions, actually. One thing I'm very surprised at seeing these T sides not pull off as an execution with 4 smokes in towards the A site. It can be very effective, especially when you're in a pug situation. So, you know, I'm very surprised to see these teams not going for it. And as a result, Nekslag will just get shut down at every single turn. A 5-on-3 immediately for the Impossible side.
Oh, this is some real online Counter-Strike right now. Jovan carrying forward the momentum, takes down Friend, and it just makes things worse and worse as things really begin to tick on through. Finally a frag for Nekslag to toy with. But it's like a child playing with his food. The parents are going to come back, they're going to have a yell, and he's going to be shut right back down again because this is a 2 versus 4. The bomb only now being picked up towards the tip of mid. The perfect crossfire being set up from ramp and jungle. There is no way in hell Nekslag should be able to cross on towards A. They need a miracle.
Miracles don't come in presents, and they don't come so easily. 4-on-2, 40 seconds on the clock. Cracker's going to peek out, taking the first spots out. Luminum as well. There's a 1 versus 4. We'll take that first frag. But there is still not a whole lot going on from this Jovan. We'll just peek out and take a 10th round easily for the Impossible side. And now Nekslag are in a really bad spot here. Not a whole lot of money. Needs to be full eco. Needs to be, well, upgraded pistols at best, but not much more than that. Because Impossible now have built up a very good economy. 3 smokes out for Nekslag this time. Usually this indicates some sort of pistol execution on towards A. But again, we haven't seen that coming out a whole lot from these guys. They haven't seen full set smokes, molotovs, and flashbangs in towards sites. So this might be a bit of a change of pace which actually could very easily net themselves around here if they can make it work properly. 3 smokes in towards site should block off Sayers, CT, and the connected jungle area. Indeed, that's exactly what's going to be happening as Stevie takes that first face onto Johan, easily shuts him down. A 4-on-5 situation. Look at the health of the Impossible lineup. Krekker is on a 19 HP already. One player pushing on through towards the aggression of Plazino. He's going to take down Methods. The bomb's going to go down to Nekslag. They net themselves that much of an advantage coming on through towards this 23rd round. 4 CTs now in towards Connector Jungle and CT trying to set up a retake, and Nekslag, they're holding them off very well. They're still free to fuse kits, so Impossible have time to work with. Cads are now going to move out towards trying to help his teammates as they push is ready to come in. Krekker's down at 19 HP, so one shot from a P250 will be all they need to shut him down, but Savat's still going to push on through. Taking on the first, second, connects the spray onto the third, and now Krekker takes that last kill with the defuse coming on through. I think Savat's just got enough time to get this one through. Yes, he does, and it will be an 11th round for the Impossible side.
Goes back and back and back together. 12-11. Things are getting way too close for comfort. Because Nekslag are running out of lifelines. One more round is all the difference. They have 5 rifles and a lot of utility. I'm seeing a lot of players look towards A. Is this the A execute? Please tell me this is the A execute. We've not seen it once, Jay. Not even just once. I want to see these 4 smokes. It's such a strong push. I think this might finally be time.
You know what? I want to say it's high time because this has not been a play that's been good for fine right there. Friend Touche lines up 2. Meanwhile, as they go aggressive out towards the A site, and here it comes. The push immediately. A great start from this C site, taking down 1, and a third comes through. Nicely done. A 4-on-2. Bomb's going to go down. They don't even need to execute. They can find themselves that man advantage so easily. Krekker's going to come around. Methods with a backstab. Should be able to shut him down. And this one should be a round that goes to the favor of the Nekslag side. Akimov, last one. 1 versus 4. Can he do anything from his position? I think the answer to that question is a solid and true no.
Akimov. Gonna refuse to give up. Still fighting. Pushes out on towards the site, but surely he should fall. And that is going to be the case. Finds himself 2 picks, but traded instantaneously out by Stevie. And Nekslag, they go 13-11. Impossible can still afford to buy up though. And I want to put a seed of thought into this round. Just the idea of potential reset. Because that's equalization again. That could give Impossible the edge to still push forward in this one. Just something to think about. Nothing, no predictions there, no guarantees, but just an idea.
And also the double up setup coming in for Impossible, so high investment for their side as well. It's actually going to be a low amount of economy for them. They probably got 1 more buyback, and Nekslag, well, likely chance. Here it comes once again. These set smokes in towards A site. It looks like they're going to go for the execution because finally they've got it out. Finally, they win some decisive rounds. Now they're still going to be dealing with CT's Methods on the backstab once again. Very similar setup to what they had going for the last time. Krekker with a quick trade. Stevie gets himself right back. Spark goes pushing on through and takes down Methods, and a man advantage now to the favor of Impossible. 3-on-4. Friend Touche sprays away through smoke, takes down Jovan, and now the AWPs and an M4 is all they've got to play with. They're still going to make it into effect as they take one down. They drop the bomb out towards default. A minute to go. Kadzor and Friend Touche, last 2 alive for the Nekslag side to try and bring themselves back into contention for map point for, well, to even the scoreline here. Nekslag need to win here. Akimov will take down Friend Touche, peeks out onto the second for Kadzor, but he's not going to be able to take that kill, so they're going to be a 3-on-1 situation. The AWPs are peeking on towards the crosses, and they will spot him out. Plazino takes that final kill, and Impossible, they reset Nekslag. I cannot believe it, but they're going to be able to do it to potentially bring this one back to 13-13.
Double up setup as well actually works out really well for them in that round. It's almost like fate decided that double up setup was what was required. Just having that player in jungle and in CT could have been completely different if they had rifles, because they would have chose to face almost 100%. So really worked out strong for them. Can they keep it going? Well, you already talked about the reset. It was kind of the idea that we put in place. Now it's reality. 13-12 should really be 13-13. Tech9s are going to pretty much go for that quick all in towards this A site, see if they can get a side blinding push out on towards their opposition, but very, very unlikely stuff. They've got 2 smokes, make that 3 smokes and 2 flashes. This could be an execute with Tech9s, or it could just be a let's save some smokes for some after plants because that's a great idea. Who knows? We don't. It's going to have to be all on them. We just have to wait and see what they choose to do. Seems like we've got 1 smoke at bare minimum lined up to go out towards the jungle side of things. Hope that we see someone coming from CT as well. Judging by the position of Stevie, I think that would be a CT smoke. A flash goes out as well. This is good. they could get themselves a bump on him.
Friend Touche will take that over and holding out towards the ninja spot, and there's going to be 2 picks coming back for the Impossible. Make it 3. Zakimov with the AWP takes one out of the action. Put the bomb down, Nekslag. Get yourself out the extra economy at least, as you're just falling to pieces. Stevie, last man alive, 17 HP. The spray is coming through the box, and Krecker takes him out of the action. 13-13 for the first time in this matchup since we started. We are even on the scoreline. Impossible have really brought a comeback very similar to how we saw things play out over on Nuke, except Nekslag have still shown themselves a bit of presence here in their T side, excuse me. Now, they'll all set back in play for the Impossible side. Nekslag with a force buy, AK's AWP. This could be the force buy that nets Impossible basically the map here, the match in total. They've still got a 1 map advantage so far. So Nekslag need to win something here, and so far they're going to start things off poorly as Krecker takes down Friend Touche to start things off favor of this CT side.
Plans with the AWP just starting to run right over on towards his A site now, is supported by many a rifle, all setting themselves up just to find even more picks as they already hold that 1-man advantage. And they're really not facing anything else to give it away. They're just being very, very passive, but in a very anchor-based style where they pin down Connector in this A site. Lovely little bit of team play. It's really improvement kicking in from Impossible right now, and kind of one of the reasons why I like it so much is it's very much reliant on just holding the site instead of giving up and going on that forefront of aggression. Sure, it's not quite the way you expect it to be 24/7, but it works for them. The push comes in towards window. Lumi gonna try and catch him off guard. We'll get the frag, but good old Lunium only can do so much from jungle right now, especially when we've got Plaz there with the Tech 9 to throw multiple on through and burn you right out of the map.
3-on-3 as Cancel will be able to trade out Joven. Impossible still trying to make this work, and Blazino will put it back to their favor as he takes down Methods. Knows that there's a second holding back towards ramp. Cancel's on 4 HP, so an AWP or a Tech 9, whichever one you want to use Blazino, you can be able to get this kill either way. Bomb's on its way in towards Connector. Impossible have a general idea, a general read onto where this is going, and now with the bomb plant coming on through here, they're now going to set up for the retake. Angles are 2 versus 3. Bomb plant comes out to Nekslag, get themselves extra economy for the next round, but well, Impossible, they're still on a point where they could very easily shut this one down and bring themselves back into, well, winning this series. Kansas will still take down Svat. Good Molotov will push CTs away, but the bomb is still down. They've got themselves defuse kits and a good Molotov. No, actually a bad Molotov. It misses the mark on where the bomb is going. The AWP now will peek out, looking for Stevie. They get the smokes out towards the connector area, looking for whatever they can. I don't think they realize the actual positions here. And once the spray comes out from Kansas, we're going to take one down. Akimov still gets one. Grenade, that's it. Kansas down, and there comes the defuse. Beautifully done from Akimov. And he has just enough time to get himself that defuse. Impossible take themselves the lead at last at 14-13.
I think you might find that a certain Kobe might be on the phone right now as he's going to be looking for his next teammate right there. What a shot coming in. Right there and then, just a perfect frag grenade. 14-13. A potential series winning nade. That has to be said right now. Think about that for a second. It pits Impossible up towards 14. And from there, well, all they got to do is defend from a crazy off-the-cuff push out towards this A site. Because Nekslag, they feel like they're in an all-nothing play, and it's going all wrong. Jovan, a double kill. Krecker, a singular kill for just him. As Impossible, they take themselves series point 15-13. That nade kickstarted this journey. That round could end it. As now Nekslag, all they have left to do is try and hold off against this one. We fast forward in time. This thing seems to already know whether they are done or dusted. Nekslag pretty much ready to go all in on towards this B site. It seems a frag grenade is going to go out. That's going to do already some good early damage as Lunium knocked down to 71 HP. The Yorpa plans firing yet again for the final time.
Oh my god.
Akimov straight through the wall on towards Lunium. This is devastation. As Impossible, they want that qualification spot. They are one step away from getting just that 3 picks, in fact. Because that's all they need. Cancel. Grouped up towards this B-side market right now. Gets himself ready to push through App. Sorry about that one. As he's ready to just apologize yet again. He can take a fight, but he'll miss those shots, and he will pay for that one. And Civat playing on short with this rifle. Pretty much all he has to do is pin the back around again, look towards Apps. The crab walk coming in from this T-side. As they step further and further forward. What more can they do? The Molotov down in towards Connector. You are starting to run out of options. Krecker holding mid-window, making sure that if a boost comes in, any sort of jump peek comes in, it's a done deal. Method will take down Civat. But Krecker, they're going to still push on through. They've got 2 players on this B site. One more pick can be found. The bomb denied in terms of the plant. What does Stevie do here? Trying to play around these pillars, but Akamov with this rifle firing off another few shots doesn't quite get the headshot. But still, able to get those picks quicker. Take down Stevie. Folks, impossible. They are your team to qualify for the Adria Masters CSGO Series 1, right down through the top set of the qualifiers. We have a second team to come, though, and to talk more